You're watching Talk of the Town on Cambridge Cable TV 2 and a new Concord on Orbit TV 9.
On today's edition of Talk of the Town, I sit down with Laura Bates. She's going to talk about the Hopalong Cassidy Trail this Saturday in Cambridge, starting this Saturday in Cambridge. We also have Janine Bock and Chad Stemm talking about the Zanesville Concert Band and their upcoming Johnny Cash tribute show, and Mike Chadsey from the Oil and Gas Association of Ohio giving us an update on what's going on with the oil and gas industry in this part of the state. All that and more on today's Talk of the Town.
From the U.S. Bank Studios, it's Talk of the Town with Perry Baranich.
Thank you for joining us on Talk of the Town. I am ABC News Director Daniel Barnett in today for Perry Baranich. She's on vacation, and I have the pleasure of speaking today with Laura Bates. Laura is here to talk about the Hopalong Cassidy Trail that is kicking off this Saturday in downtown Cambridge. So, Laura, thanks for joining me today.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here.
And obviously, Hopalong Cassidy, hometown hero here in Cambridge. But for those who might not know about who William Boyd was in life, tell us a little bit about Hoppy.
Well, William Boyd was born in Henrysburg, which is east of here, just opposite the exit to Barnesville.
Okay.
So it's not hard to find. The house is not in very good shape. It's owned by an attorney in New York.
Okay.
And it's getting old. But people sometimes drive out there to see it. And years ago, Senator Carnes designated the roadway as the Hopalong Cassidy road.
Okay.
And so there are signs. But he was born 1895, and the family moved here to Cambridge in early 1900s. And so he always went to school at East Side, which was Park in the later years.
Okay.
And then he went to Oklahoma, and his father died in a water department accident. And his mother remarried, and he wasn't too happy about that. And so he moved west and got a role in a silent movie in 1919. Good-looking guys. And then when the talkies came along in 1930, he went into the talkies.
Okay.
And he became Hopalong Cassidy the Cowboy in 1935.
Okay. And obviously a movie star, a local hero here, was in many dozens of films and rose to fame. Now, last year, obviously, there was a fire here in Cambridge, and a lot of the artifacts related to Hopalong Cassidy, which were at the museum, were threatened. Now, many of those were saved, correct?
Correct. The Cambridge Fire Department did a tremendous job. And we lost some paper items, of course, and some of the stuff was kind of damaged, but all in all, it was a tremendous effort on their part, and eternally grateful for them. But we needed some place to put it.
Sure.
And Dee down at Country Bits said, well, why don't you put some of it in our window? And so we have the east window of Country Bits, and we have at the moment 136 items, which is just a fraction of what we have from the museum. And then we also put some at the Tourist Bureau, and then we have a display case at Longini Gibson Insurance.
Right.
So that gives the people an opportunity to see some of the 2,400 items that were endorsed by William Boyd.
And that brings us now to enough backstory. Let's talk about this Saturday. The Hopalong Cassidy Trail is kicking off. Obviously, those three locations that you mentioned, Country Bits, the Tourist Bureau, and Longini Gibson Insurance, are three of the stops on the Hopalong Cassidy Trail. But there are many more, correct?
Yes. We have a bronze statue by Alan Cottrell at the Seniors Center, and people can go there and say hello to Hoppy.
Sure.
And then we have the monument at the lawn of the municipal court, and that's where the school was located.
Right.
And so it was dedicated in 1992, and just this week I took the plaques listing the donors up to the municipal court. So if you have to go there to pay a fine, you might be able to see them. Otherwise, they're there.
Right.
And then over the years, we've done other things. We put a new monument at the cemetery for his little brother, and that was paid for by a Hoppy fan from St. Louis. We also have engraved bricks on the patio at St. Benedict's Church, or Christ the Savior now. And then the church that he attended was Second Presbyterian, which is on West 8th Street. And then the houses, we have one house on Steubenville Avenue that we documented from the death announcement of his brother. And let's see, and that's about it, I guess.
Well, and that's quite a few stops, obviously, if you're looking to take in some history on the local hero. Now, this is free, self-guided, correct?
Correct.
And folks can get a pamphlet, I'm guessing kind of like that one, to guide them along?
This is the pamphlet.
Okay.
And it shows all the areas and has a little bit of information about Hoppy Talk, and then facts about Hoppy.
Sure.
And on the back, there's a map.
Okay.
And so it's self-guided, no cost, and of course, some of the businesses aren't open, on
this coming Saturday, right.
So I'll be down at Country Bits because she's having her 24th anniversary celebration.
Cool.
So lots of things happening that day. So I'll be down there and talk to people, and of course, that's no problem with me talking about Hoppy.
That's correct. Well, so folks can come down, they can see you, talk to you about Hopalong, Cassidy. Obviously, you are the local expert, and get these pamphlets. They can go on the self-guided tour. So once again, give us the rundown on the Hopalong Cassidy Trail this Saturday.
Okay. The Tourist Bureau will be open, so they could pick up a pamphlet there and see the display. And part of that display is from the collection of Gordon Smith, who was a local person, and they go to their estate. And from there, Country Bits, Longines Insurance, Senior Center, and the lawn at the municipal court.
Okay. Well, Laura Bates, thanks for joining me. If folks have any questions in the meantime, is there a way to contact you, or can they stop in at Country Bits for more information?
They can stop at any of the locations and pick up a brochure, or call me at 826-4850.
Okay. Well, Laura, thank you for joining me. Always a pleasure, and it's great to sit in the presence of greatness. Talk of the Town was originally your show, so I'm glad that I had a chance to be here with you today.
Well, I thank you so much.
Okay. And folks, we will be back with more on Talk of the Town in just a moment.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge location full of educational resources and toys that teach, as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Ruth Dixon and her crew bring you the things you need to decorate your home with country charm and warmth. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge prides themselves on offering the largest inventory and the best customer service in the area. Visit their lot and experience the Classic Difference. The Classic Difference provides customers a service above and beyond what you'll find anywhere else. Their service department, body shop, and parts department strive for the best service and pricing in southeastern Ohio. Stop by the lot and browse their large selection of new and pre-owned inventory, ask about easy financing, or schedule an oil change. That's Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge. Stop by and experience the Classic Difference for yourself.
Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Talk of the Town Show and stay up to date.
Perry Baranich recently had a chance to sit down with Janine Bock and Chad Stemm to talk about Zanesville Concert Band and an upcoming Johnny Cash tribute. So Perry Baranich, take it away.
Well, we're going to talk Zanesville Concert Band and some things that are coming up. And here to tell us all about it, we have Chad Stemm, who is the president of the board for the Zanesville Concert Band, and Janine Bock joins us as well. Good to see you guys. Hey, Janine, how are you?
Great.
Let's start out with what is Zanesville Concert Band all about?
Well, first of all, I would just like to announce that I am the new artistic director for the Memorial Band.
That deserves a round of applause. Congratulations.
And it's been so exciting because we're, jumping in with programming for the summer, which I imagine everybody would think. And I had to turn in the last board meeting my budget for what I would like to do in the summer. We're going to do, for our July 2nd, with the patriotic concert, we're going to do a John Glenn tribute.
Oh, that'd be great.
With a video and playing songs in the background, and along with special guest artists throughout the summer.
Okay.
And so, it takes some cash to, fund the summer.
Yeah, exactly. So get that cash in.
Yeah.
Zanesville Concert Band. The band has been performing and people have been enjoying this since 1923.
Officially as the Zanesville Memorial Concert Band since 1923, but we have our roots that go back to the 1800s,
all the way
1880s.
back.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Are the concerts always free?
Yes.
See, that's one great thing. And where do you guys perform?
At Zane's Landing.
Okay.
Down on the Muskingum River in Zanesville, Ohio.
Okay.
And at any rain date, we go to the Sechrist Auditorium.
Okay. How many members do you currently have?
In the band, we have
So
about
60 to 65.
It's a big band.
Depending on,
Wow. You wanted to talk specifically about an event that's coming up on April 1st.
Yes.
What's that going to be?
We have Terry Lee Goffey coming in from Cleveland. He's originally from Byesville, and he is the guy that did the voice for Johnny Cash in Guitar Hero 5, and he's packing houses. He just came back from the United Kingdom and had a great tour over there. We are bringing him in April 1st at Sechrist Auditorium in Zanesville between the Zanesville Memorial Concert Band and the Philo Band Boosters for a fundraiser. And so we are splitting the profits between the two groups. So we hope to sell the house as best we can.
Yeah.
And Terry he's not imitating Johnny Cash. It's really a tribute.
Okay.
Terry's performed for Johnny Cash's brother and sister, and they like that it's not an imitation, that it's really a tribute to the late Johnny Cash.
Now, he's a local guy. Is that correct?
Yes.
Byesville area.
Byesville.
A lot of people might remember that name. Hold the poster up, if you will. I mean, he's got the look. I mean, the look is there. But again, this is not an imitation. It is a tribute, right?
Yes, and he plays, of course, Johnny Cash's songs, some of Johnny Cash's songs. So if you are a Johnny Cash lover,
which a lot of people around here are,
and I am, I like all kinds of music, and we've even done some Johnny Cash, arrangements in the Memorial Band, because it's just it speaks to your soul.
Oh yeah,
all of those, and some of those songs are just they're so funny too.
Yeah.
Especially the one about the car, where he puts together the car.
It's kind of like working person music.
Working person,
the working
yes.
man or woman can get into and associate with Johnny Cash and his
yes.
music. How long has he been doing this? A good while, huh?
He's been doing this a long time. Since he was a kid, he started playing on a stick guitar, and Johnny Cash was one of his heroes. Now, he doesn't just do a Johnny Cash voice. He's very eclectic in his singing. He used to do gospel.
Okay.
He's done rock and roll, but this is the show that he's touring with now, and it seems to be a very successful show.
How can folks get tickets for that?
They can get tickets online at dustyguitar.com, or they can go to the Sechrist Auditorium box office, or they can call Sechrist and order them, and the phone number for that is 740-454-6851.
Okay. Janine, I went online to the website, and I noticed that you're always looking for members, you're looking for sponsors, contributors, and supporters. You want to address that?
Absolutely. Sometimes you've been playing your instrument, you've gone to college, you've really perfected your playing, and you would like to audition or see if you could be a member. We do our concerts primarily in the summer months of May, June, and July, every 2 weeks down where the Larena docks. So, if that's something that you would be interested in, we may be interested in you.
Okay.
We're really interested in clarinet players.
Okay.
If you play clarinet, please give me a call.
Okay.
We're always wanting to bolster that section. You know, the clarinet section is the string section
We've got
of the concert band.
about 30 seconds left.
So also, as far as contributing to the group, like you said,
Sure.
it's free, open to the public.
Okay.
It's just so nice to be able to come down on a Sunday evening,
Okay.
Down by the river,
Okay.
bring your lawn chair, your blanket,
And
just
we will finish with
relax.
that thought.
Thank you, Perry, and thanks to you, Janine and Chad. We'll be back with more on Talk of the Town right after this.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.
Bundy Law Funeral Home, locally owned since 1924, has earned the confidence of families they serve in the area. They provide quality service to the area every day and understand at the time of need you want to find comfort in dealing with folks that know you and honors your faith and customs. You'll get straightforward answers on prices, services, and pre-planning. You'll find they offer a variety of options to personalize your funeral service. See Chris Gibson, Jim Law, or Jacob Coe at Bundy Law Funeral Home.
The Old Country Loft features country curtains in stock or order that special design to customize your decor. You can also pick out braided or decorative woven rug from her large selection in stock. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website, website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services. U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
And welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm Daniel Barnett once again here with Mike Chadsey. Mike is the Director of Public Relations at the Ohio Oil and Gas Association. And obviously, Mike, oil and gas is huge in this community and in southeastern Ohio right now. So we're going to kind of get an update on where things are
Sure.
and talk about the oil and gas industry. So thanks for joining me today.
You bet, Daniel. Thanks for having me back, and I always look forward to the conversation about what's going on in the industry in the area.
Sure. So let's start there. For the last couple of years, I think, at least public perception is that the oil and gas drilling boom has slowed down from the consumer side of things or from the public side of things. What does that look like from the industry side?
Well, we get that question a lot, and we always appreciate it because it allows us to explain a couple things. We always start with this. The terms boom and bust, they're popular, but they're not accurate. We like to describe it as an ebb and flow because it never really stopped. It just slowed and evolved. And so now that we're starting to see things trickle back up, and there's lots of data points you can look at that based on permit numbers issued or production or rigs moving into town. Hard to look at just one of those independently. You kind of have to look at all the information to get a real good sense of what's happening. But as things are looking up, there's light at the end of the tunnel here in 2017 and beyond. And that's for a lot of reasons, but we're very anxious to get this year going and off to the races.
Well, you mentioned permitting versus production, and there are different data points. As an energy reporter, one of the things we often look at is permits per month. It's some sort of metric. So how do the sort of permitting numbers recently compared to last year or the year before, and how does that relate to where production numbers are? Because I know production is a much more important number to the industry.
Absolutely. So the permit numbers are they're trickling in, but they're really focused in places like Belmont and Monroe County.
Right.
And I would even argue maybe a little in the Jefferson County. And the reason is because their producers have retreated to the pure dry gas window along that Pennsylvania border. That's where the economics are right now. But the other thing that you look at is when a permit is issued, that well may never be drilled, or it may be drilled down the road. You know, there's some time limits on those things, so you can't be out there forever. But it's not always a fair representation of what's going on in the industry in and of itself. Now you track permit numbers either on a weekly or monthly basis, and you add that to the rigs that are moving into town, you know, here in Southeast Ohio, and then you look at the quarterly or yearly production or year, you know, after year production. That information will give you a real good sense of what's actually happening, what the trends are, and sometimes looking at the trends are more important than actually what's happening, because you can see where you're going. And I think if you look at all that information, it'll tell you that the Utica shale play is alive. Maybe you can't say thriving just yet, but alive. And it continues to evolve, and the trend of the play is still to the south and certainly to the east. But as things progress and you get some pipelines in the ground, you get some power plants up and running, that will allow some folks to move a little farther, maybe to the north, a little farther to the west, and get into you know, the wet gas window. And when you start talking about that, that really helps itself to talk about the conversation about the ethane cracker plants, like the ones in Belmont County and the one that's been talked about there, as well as the one that's moving forward in Monaca, PA.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that, because obviously, you know, our coverage area primarily is Guernsey, Noble, Belmont, Monroe. We have the 2 most prolific natural gas wells in the state. We have the 2 most prolific oil wells in the state in our listening area, or even the top 10, I think. So Belmont County in particular, that midstream element that you're talking about, for the pipelines and the infrastructure between, and things like the ethane cracker plant. First of all, what is an ethane cracker plant?
Well, it has nothing to do with Ritz crackers. That's the first thing we like to clarify. So what an ethane cracker does is take some of those liquids that are produced and turn them into things like plastics.
And by liquids, you mean the liquids produced from natural gas?
Correct. Correct. The wet gas versus pure dry gas. And right now, there's not a lot of that happening because we're sort of in a chicken and egg. There are not a lot of producers that are chasing that wet gas because there's really nothing to do with it except ship it to the Gulf Coast. And because of transportation and processing costs, you can't get your money back for that. But there's also no ethane crackers because folks aren't drilling for the wet gas. And so what we've said loud and clear is build the crackers, we'll go out and find all the wet gas that you need.
So PTT Global Chemical is the Thai company that has proposed the ethane cracker plant. Obviously, a lot of work has been done on the local side with Belmont County folks, with the state folks. There's been a little bit of delay in the decision on whether or not this will be final. I guess the question that a lot of people are asking, what's the delay?
Well, I haven't spoken with anybody there directly, but I'll tell you that they have committed and spent upwards of $100 million on some front-end engineering. The county, the state, as you alluded to, has done just everything they can to roll out the red carpet these folks, from clearing the site to doing other things as far as making connections in town and things of that nature, which is very encouraging. So I would say that delay maybe makes folks nervous, but everything that you've seen and heard and read is still trending in the right direction. I'm sure when you're talking about building a $5-6 billion plant, you don't make that decision overnight. Exactly. And so our message is to just be patient, which is sometimes hard to do. But this will be a huge project that will take several thousand workers to build and several hundred to run. And everything that we have heard is an announcement in the fourth quarter of this year, perhaps as early as October. So it's just remain patient till then.
So what does it mean? You alluded to this a little bit, but what does it mean for the economy of the area to have a plant like this? And what are the greater implications on the Utica shale play in this area on the whole?
Well, that's a great question, because one of the things that we talk about is the fact that we've seen the economic investment from just the drilling operations, which has been big. And then the pipeline and the compressors and the processing, which has all been tremendous. An ethane cracker plant, again, if you're talking about $5 to $6 billion of investment, is tremendous. And they've committed to use local labor and local products when available. But what's really interesting is everything that comes out of the tail end of that facility. That's what will be the shot in the arm for Belmont County and this entire region. So when you can think about manufacturing the plastics and polymers and pharmaceuticals and rubbers and everything else, and all the offshoot manufacturing facilities that will use those raw materials for goods in their places of business, that's really what's fascinating about it. And when you look at having the skilled workforce, You've got the Ohio River to bring in the raw materials and the finished product out.
Right.
You know, we're within a day's drive of half of the population in the country. So when you're talking about putting a facility like that in this area, it's got everything that you need.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, obviously we've covered a lot of ground. I feel
Yes.
like there's still a lot of ground that we could cover.
Okay.
And so in fact, I think we're going to have you back for another segment and have you on Friday's show. So we'll keep you around for a few minutes. And folks, as I said, you can check that out on the Friday edition of Talk of the Town. We'll be right back with some more after this.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge location full of educational resources and toys that teach, as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
Bundy Law Funeral Home, locally owned since 1924, has earned the confidence of families they serve in the area. They provide quality service to the area every day and understand at the time of need you want to find comfort in dealing with folks that know you and honors your faith and customs. You'll get straightforward answers on prices, services, and pre-planning. You'll find they offer a variety of options to personalize your funeral service. See Chris Gibson, Jim Law, or Jacob Coe at Bundy Law Funeral Home.
Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services.
I'd like to thank our guests today, Laura Bates, Janine Bock, Chad Stemm, and Mike Chadsey. All of you, thanks for joining us on today's edition of Talk of the Town. If you like this show, you can like us on Facebook. You can follow us on YRP TV on YouTube. Of course, all of our content is always available at yourradioplace.com. For Perry Baranich, our normal host, or abnormal host as the case may be, Adam Green, our director and producer, I'm Daniel Barnett, and thanks once again for tuning in to Talk of the Town.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Bill Dixon finds and sells some unique items and hard-to-find local collectibles. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Your sports authority in East Central Ohio is ESPN Cambridge, FM 107.9, AM 1270 on your radio dial. Featuring great programming like Mike and Mike, Dan Lebitard, Ohio State basketball, Reds baseball, Blue Jackets hockey, select NFL games, and college football and basketball. ESPN Cambridge is also your local sports authority too. Featuring local high school sports all year round with some viewable on Cable TV 2 in Cambridge or streaming online at yourradioplace.com/YRPTV. Your home for sports is ESPN Cambridge, FM 107.9, AM 1270.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge location full of educational resources and toys that teach, as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge prides themselves on offering the largest inventory and the best customer service in the area. Visit their lot and experience the classic difference. The classic difference provides customers a service above and beyond what you'll find anywhere else. Their service department, body shop, and parts department strive for the best service and pricing in southeastern Ohio. Stop by the lot and browse their large selection of new and pre-owned inventory, ask about easy financing, or schedule an oil change. That's Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge. Stop by and experience the classic difference for yourself.